Hey guys, welcome to my review of Nightwing issue number 10. In the last issue of Nightwing, or the last couple of issues of Nightwing, issue number 8 and issue number 9 dealt with Nightwing's storyline in the whole entire Night of Owls event for the Batman series. And then an issue before those two issues, issue number 7, we ended issue number 7, or the whole entire Psycho storyline, with a mystery behind our hand, starting a whole new storyline, which is actually picked up in issue number 10. So let's begin my summary of issue number 10 of Nightwing. So yeah, in the previous issue, Commissioner Gordon has found some evidence, some criminal evidence at a murder scene. Basically, this evidence is actually a weapon that belongs to Nightwing, his S-Charisma stick. And now it's, left to thought or an idea that Nightwing was possibly the murderer of these two brothers called the Strayhorn brothers. Now, Nightwing has to clear his name, and he has to find the mystery of why his weapon appeared at the crime scene. Now, this weapon is legit. It is legitly Nightwing's S-Charisma stick. It's not a fake. It is actually one of his S-Charisma sticks. So he has to find out what's going on, and he has to, find out if he's being framed or what's going on here. So he appears in the beginning of this issue back at the crime scene, or the murder scene, and he's looking through the Strayhorn brothers' apartment. Now, before he can actually find more evidence, he actually does find a bit of evidence. But before he can find more, he's actually bombarded by a bunch of police officers trying to chase him and gun him out. Basically, these police officers were actually who gave them the order to actually go after Nightwing was actually a guy named Detective Nye. Now, Commissioner Gordon has never, ever had any problems with Nightwing, Batman, Batgirl, or any of those other, superheroes in his universe. He's okay with them. He thinks they're good, and he thinks he thinks they're a force of good, so he has no problem with them. But as a Detective Nye, it seems like he does have a sort of issue with these vigilante heroes running Gotham City. So yeah, he was a bit ruthless toward Nightwing, but of course Commissioner Gordon tells Detective Nye, you shouldn't be doing this. I never gave you the order. You should have never done this. We have no problem with Nightwing. He would never, murder anybody. He's not that type of person. And of course, Detective Nye thinks otherwise. But yeah, later on we actually find out that maybe Detective Nye was the person who tried to frame Nightwing, because he has actually done that before, but not towards Nightwing, towards Batman. As Batman is actually talking to, a deputy mayor who was actually, I can't pronounce his name, but basically he's a deputy mayor that appeared in issue number 8 where Nightwing saved the mayor of Gotham City and the deputy mayor before they got murdered by the Talon assassin. So basically the deputy mayor is telling Batman that yes, not Batman, but basically Commissioner Gordon, sorry for the error there, but basically he's telling Commissioner Gordon that yes, something like this has happened before where basically Detective Nye actually probably beat up a random criminal or crook and basically planted a batarang from evidence or a crime scene way beforehand, like where Batman maybe, he doesn't pick up his batarang. So basically Detective Nye took one of those batarangs and left it at a crime scene, making it seem like Batman beat the living crap out of someone, or basically meaning that he killed someone. So that's when basically the whole entire Gotham Police Department goes after Batman and whatnot, but later on they find out that it's not him, and basically they try to, apprehend Detective Nye and try to see if he was the guy who framed Batman, but they couldn't, find criminal evidence on him. But yeah, we know that basically Detective Nye has a thing out for vigilantes. And, later on the rest of this issue, Nightwing does try to find more evidence, or try to find out who is the person behind all this. And I don't want to reveal who it is. Basically, it's a new group of criminals, and then basically they have a leader, though. They have a leader, and his name is actually spelled out in the next issue. So yeah, basically in the end, Nightwing does find who's behind this, or who's this new group of villains or criminals. And now on to Nightwing's outer life, because besides, you know, focusing on Nightwing himself, we do focus on Dick Grayson, the guy behind the Nightwing costume. Now, over here, Nightwing is trying to rebuild the carnival that's in Gotham City, but he doesn't have enough, you know, money, so he can't actually potentially ask Bruce. He could ask Bruce, but he doesn't want to because you know, he doesn't want to bother Bruce or whatever. And basically, in the end, they actually tell him that, okay, there is somebody who will help you. It's actually Sonia Zuko, basically the daughter of Tony Zuko, who actually murdered Nightwing's parents. Now, Nightwing is actually okay with everything now, but it's kind of awkward for him to actually work with a daughter of basically the criminal that murdered his family. But yeah, I like how Nightwing's actually wanting to rebuild this carnival because he wants to bring happiness or the soul of Gotham City back, because he says, oh, this place was a happy place, it was a fun place, but you know, Gotham City's always so dark, but when you go to here, it lightens everything up and it's just way much better. So he wants to rebuild this place, to rebuild the soul of Gotham. And that's basically it, my summary of this issue and this whole entire, you know, new storyline. Now, the first time I read this, I thought it was okay, and I still think it's okay, but I do like other aspects of this, as in, you know, I think, you know, bringing back Nightwing back to, you know, a carnival, his heritage, and wanting to bring back the life of Gotham City, I found was, you know, sort of Dick Grayson-like, you know, how Bruce is trying to rebuild Gotham City in his own way. It seems like almost all the Batman characters, not all, but basically Nightwing, Bruce is basically trying to rebuild Gotham City into a better place. Now, Bruce has other plans by renovating Gotham City, but while Nightwing wants to rebuild the soul of Gotham City, building it back to a more happier tone, where people can just run away from the whole dark and gritty, grimy aspects of Gotham, go into a more happier, cheerful carnival circus kind of place, you know? I think everybody has a place like that, you know? When you were a kid, you go to carnivals. I went to a carnival before, and, you know, I think it's pretty fun. It's enjoyable. You see clowns, you know, circus acts. It's all fun and enjoyable, and it seems like, you know, it's going back to the roots of Dick Grayson, even though, you know, it's been established already that he runs Haley's Circus now, but like, he can't always be there because he's Nightwing. That's an issue too, which I do like, because it seems like all heroes has a problem with always being there when someone actually really needs them. Personally, not like, oh, I need to fight crime, you know, I need to save this person, she needs me. Meaning, you know, Nightwing or Dick Grayson someone needs him personally there. That's why Haley's Circus is thinking that maybe we shouldn't do it, because you're not always there for us, Dick, so why should we do it? But we'll try, you know, that's what they're trying to do, which is interesting in its own way. Hopefully, I'm hoping Dick Grayson can actually do this and, you know, make Gotham City a happier place, make this carnival or circus his own spot, his own place in Gotham, not just, you know, running around, because, you know, he used to protect Bloodhaven, and now he doesn't. So yeah, this is probably a good aspect where Dick Grayson can firmly set his foot onto Gotham City. Also, I sort of think it was interesting, the new villains and crew they're actually bringing in. At first, I didn't really like it, but actually, when I read it again, I actually did like it. The whole mystery behind who's trying to frame Dick Grayson, and this new Detective Nye that could be a corrupt, police officer or detective, because we all know Gotham has a lot of corrupt police officers out there, so this is probably one of them, and it's interesting to implement here into, you know, maybe he's working with this new group of villains to attack, you know, Nightwing. As we can see here, he's all bloody and, you know, crap like that. But yeah, all in all, I did find this issue interesting. I love how Dick Grayson is trying to, you know, set foot onto Gotham City, bring in, you know, shine a whole new light on Gotham, trying to make it a happier place, and basically make make a place and spot for him in Gotham. And also, I love the new storyline. I guess I think I find it interesting that how this new storyline's going, because usually normally new storylines are slow, but I did find it interesting here, and I would suggest you guys pick it up for the new storyline that's going on. I think it's only going to last 3 parts, but still, it's going to be interesting, and I want to see how it goes. I want to see how everything's going to plan out and span out for Nightwing, because we all know, or some people I've talked to think Nightwing's storyline so far is just okay. It's not that good, it's not that bad, it's just okay. But I do enjoy Nightwing. Like I said, Nightwing is my favorite, Batman character. My favorite Batman of all is Dick Grayson. So yeah, I rate this comic 3 out of 5. So yeah, this is a good pickup. I would suggest you guys pick this up if you guys want to read a new Nightwing storyline. So yeah, that's my review of Nightwing, and hopefully you guys find it enjoyable and helpful. So see you guys.